Sean Payton embarrassed himself this past weekend against the New York Jets with how atrocious Aaron Glenn's clock management was in the first half of that game, especially before halftime. Sean Payton should have been embarrassed that the Broncos weren't blowing out the New York Jets. When they were interviewing him at halftime, I was shocked that he didn't say, yeah, like, we should be blowing this team out because the Jets aren't good and we're kicking ourselves in the foot with my atrocious play calling. Did you know that Sean Payton called a fullback dive on 3rd and 10 during this game? Yes, Sean Payton, one of the greatest offensive minds in the history of this league, on 3rd and 10, called a fullback dive. He's losing it. When you watch the Broncos play, they only have 4 plays in their offensive playbook. Either a gadget play, a screen pass, or short passes mixed in with the run. That's it. That is the entirety of the Broncos playbook. The Broncos are running a 10-yard offense. They don't do anything past 15 yards or more. They don't push the football downfield vertically. It seems as if Sean Payton doesn't have a lot of faith in Bo Nix because he doesn't seem like he trusts him a lot. And Sean Payton's issue is he keeps trying to force Bo Nix to fit into his system instead of adapting his system around Bo Nix. Bo Nix is not 2020 Drew Brees. He can throw the ball past 10 yards, Sean Payton, and allow him to do so. I don't buy this crap that the Broncos don't have enough talent at receiver. How about you give Pat Bryant some more touches, Sean Payton? Pat Bryant, every time I watch the Broncos play, he's wide open. Every time he's in, but for some reason, he's not getting more opportunities. If the Broncos got Pat Bryant more involved in the offense, Broncos fans will feel much better about the receiving core than what they currently do right now. Sean Payton, it's the reason why Bo Nix is having a sophomore slump. Bo Nix' play has regressed because Sean Payton has regressed as a play caller. When all you're running is gadget plays, spamming short passes, and endless screens, yeah, your second-year quarterback is going to regress because the defense doesn't have to worry about anything but just playing what's in front of them, playing 5-10 yards, because that's all the Broncos offense consists of. They don't force the defense to have to fear them pushing the ball downfield so they can play up close, so they can focus and key in on those slants, those curls, those hitches that Sean Payton loves to abuse. Sean Payton needs to give up the play calling. He's out of touch and he's outdated. Sean Payton's offense doesn't work anymore in the NFL. When your offense is 26 in yards per pass, despite being 9th in pass attempts per game, that's an indictment on the play caller. It's not an indictment on Bo Nix. Bo Nix is a really good athlete. But yeah, Sean Payton doesn't utilize that mobility a lot. You don't see a lot of read options, a lot of RPOs. Like, the main reason why I was high on Bo Nix and why I believed he would succeed with the Broncos is due to the play calling of Sean Payton. But Sean Payton's play calling lacks creativity. It lacks modernization. You have what you believe to be the modern version of Drew Brees, but yet you're not building upon his skill set. You're not finding different ways to find a way to showcase his talent. You're just finding different ways that handicap him. And what Sean Payton has done is handicap Bo Nix development. There's only so much Bo Nix can do when Sean Payton just is scared to push the football more than 10, 15 yards downfield. And even if you do trade for a running back or a receiver, it still isn't going to solve the root of the issue, which is Sean Payton's play calling. The players are only as good as the guy calling the plays, because the guy calling the plays puts the players in position to make plays. And Sean Payton isn't putting These Broncos players on offense in positions to make plays. This would be a much better offense if Davis Webb or somebody else on that Broncos offensive staff was in charge of the play calling. Sean Payton, I love him, but his offense is stale, it's outdated, and even though you're 4-2, you're 4-2 because you've had the defense that has carried you. Eventually, with how incompetent Sean Payton's offense has been, if this continues, you're going to wear down your defense. And once you get into late November, early December, when you really have to play your best football to make a playoff push, that's when you're going to start seeing this great Broncos defense start to get crushed because you're going to be on the field for too many plays. You're going to get gassed a lot faster, and the dam is going to break.